excited to do this video, and Lord willing, it touches sisters, and for my pregnant sisters, it helps y'all. It makes y'all feel like y'all can do this. It makes labor not seem so scary, all that good stuff. So Lord willing, I'm gonna get into it and start off with my pregnancy and how it went. It was, you know, pregnancy definitely has its hard parts about it, you know, with the symptoms and, you know, all types of, you know, emotional and spirits come with being pregnant, for sure. But all praise to the Most High, the Lord can remove that from you. He can, even if he doesn't remove it from you, he can give you the ability to endure through it. So Lord willing, I wrote down everything, well, most things I can remember about my pregnancy, and you know, just some general stuff just to give sisters who are newly pregnant, shalom, sisters who are newly pregnant, give them an idea of what to expect. Of course, my symptoms may not be your symptoms may not be my symptoms, and that's okay, because pregnancy is unique. Every single pregnancy is different. It don't matter if you got 5 kids, every single pregnancy is different. Every single labor, birth, everything is different. Every child is unique, and that's the beautiful thing about it. So I just want to express that congratulations to the new moms, congratulations to the pregnant moms, and we got this. When you give birth, you're gonna have a new respect for yourself, whether you do it unmedicated, whether you don't do it medicated. Don't do it unmedicated. Sorry. Whatever. You are so much stronger than you think through the power of spirit, YAHAWASHI, and it's life-changing. So we're gonna get into it. But before I start with the pregnancy stuff, you gotta get some precepts. You got to. So hold on. Okay, so the first one I want to get is, let's get the book of Luke. The book of Luke, chapter 8 and verse 39, because it's good. It's good to hear testimonies from other sisters, because, you know, these things give us hope. Just like reading the scriptures. We read scriptures and we feel comforted. We feel, you know, hope, faith, joy, all the fruits of the spirit. We feel that when we get positive testimonies and we see what the Lord's doing for other people. So this is book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 9, 8 and 39, and it reads, "Return to thine own house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things YAHAWASHI had done unto him." So, hey, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm so happy. I'm so excited just to share what the Lord has done for me. It's been a month officially today since I gave birth. So now I'm coming to y'all. I'm spreading the good news. What YAHAWASHI had done for me. All praise to the Most High. Because let me tell y'all, I'm not, this, Lord willing, this really does touch y'all, because I'm not a person that can tolerate pain. That's not me. That's not me. I'm a crybaby. I don't like pain at all. That's just not for me. But so I was able to do it though. I was able to do it. I endured through birth, through only the Most High God. And because I can't take any of that credit. None of it. None of it. So if you're a sister, you kind of nervous, like, hey, I don't deal with pain well, you know, whoop. Trust in the Most High. You know, it might sound vague, whatever, but it's really the truth. It's really the truth. Yeah, Psalms 66. in verse 16. Come and hear, all ye that fear God, and I will declare what he has done for my soul. So I'm declaring what the Most High has done for my soul, because it's a very, how do I explain? It's an intense process. It can be traumatic for some people. So you really have to rely on YAHAWASHAM, YAHAWASHI. You have to. Because this is something that if you're a first-time mom, this is something you've never, ever experienced. You have no idea what it's going to be like. You only know until you go through it. So, I'm going to get another piece up. And then I'm going to let y'all know how my pregnancy went. Lord willing. And I had a smooth pregnancy. Yeah, I had my ups and downs. I had emotional demons plaguing me. But we can't let one... That's life in general. You can't let one little mishap, one, bad season just overrule the whole experience, because it's a blessing for the Most High to bless your womb. It is a blessing for you to go through labor and the baby naked, no complications, healthy, all that. That's a blessing. That is a blessing. So, hold on. I'm trying to... Whew. Okay, 107 and verse 8. Yeah, and I'm gonna get into it too. I'm gonna let y'all know like how the pain was for me. It's, of course, everybody's labor experience is different. Everybody's labor experience is different. I'm not on here to minimize or try to invalidate anybody's pain when it comes to labor, because it's truly a different experience for everybody. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 107. I want verse 8. And it reads, "Oh, that men would praise the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men." So I'm just, once again, praising the Most High. This is not a me. This is strictly all honor and glory to the Most High God of Israel. Call YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right. So... Oh, one more. So lucky, y'all. I gotta get the classic, because you gotta pray for these things. And y'all gonna hear me say this a lot throughout this live. You have to pray. You have to pray. You have to pray. I mean, every single day, you gotta be praying for you, your baby, y'all's health. Every single day, every single trimester. You can't pray enough. So this is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 27. "For this child I prayed, and the Lord hath given me my petition, which I asked of him." So we got to be praying. You got to be praying, making your petition like, "Lord, please let my baby be healthy, be safe. Lord, please, whatever you want, however you want your birth to be, pray on it. Pray on it. Lord, if it only be in thy will, please grant me a smooth, safe, healthy delivery, easy, short." The Lord can grant that to you. And don't think it's vain. You're making your petition to the Most High, and you're humbling yourself down. He appreciates that. Better believe it. Okay. We're gonna get into it. So, pregnancy. So, okay. First trimester. I don't really remember too much about it because it feels like so long ago, but once I did find out I was pregnant, it was really just mostly a lot of sleepiness, tired as freak. I mean, sleeping, I could sleep the day away, honestly. And at the time I was in school, so that wasn't really an option. But, oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, the baby is sleeping. Lord willing, y'all can hear me. But if she wakes up, it's fine. So, first trimester, very, very sleepy. I was in school at the time, so I'm doing lots and lots of walking, and I'm going up hills, I'm going upstairs, all that good stuff. So kind. But yeah, lots of fatigue. Could sleep the day away. Sore boobs. So sore. I mean, your husband gonna be trying to give you a hug and be like, babe, no, just please, space, please, because they're gonna be. I'm gonna try not to say y'all. I'm gonna try not to say y'all because everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. My boobs were so sore, so sore, and it's because they're growing. It's only because they're growing. They're getting ready for the baby, woo woo, all that good stuff. And yeah, I don't want to be touched. My chest area, don't touch it. Don't do it. It's sore. It hurt. And yeah, I had a couple of cravings, but not really anything that's memorable. I had a phase. I was doing so good in the first trimester, like salad, smoothie. I'm eating it. But came with a lot of constipation. I was constipated a good bit of my pregnancy, unfortunately. But, you know, a lot of that comes from your diet. I'm a huge dairy person. I'm not gonna fake the funk with y'all. I love me some cheese. I eat it more than I should. Ice cream, all of that. So that plays into constipation. Sometimes you can avoid constipation, but I know for me personally, that's 9 times out of 10, that's me. Why I had that. So I also had headaches and backaches and yeah, you know. So lots of, headaches, backaches, it's like, ugh, you kind of feel like, But with nausea, this is all praise to the Most High. My mom asked me every single day, she's like, you didn't get sick at all? I'm like, no, I didn't get sick. And it's all praise to the Most High. She mind blown. I'm telling you, you will blow people's mind. If you just continue to have faith and trust in the Lord and be praying, you will be good. You will be good. Trust me when I tell y'all this. Because my mom, she, bless her heart, love her to death. But she, like most people, she's not the only one. They will push on you. You trying to do unmedicated? Why wouldn't you want an epidural? That sounds crazy. Well, it's there for a reason. You know you got a little pain tolerance. You exit out. Do what you gotta do. Don't let it get to you, man. Don't let it get to you. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you want to strive to do, all praise the Most High. Make it a goal. Make it something, fight for that thing. X out the naysayers. Tell them, hey, I'm not really trying to hear that. I got the Lord. Boom. I can show you better than I can tell you. That's what you got to do. But, of course, not shaming nobody who wants epidural. That's what it's there for. If it does get unbearable, if you choose to do the hospital route. I had a natural unmedicated birth at a birthing cottage, aka a birthing center. All praise Most High. And did I say I had a water birth? Yeah, I had a water birth as well. And even my dad, your water birth, is that safe? Exit out. Anyways, back to the pregnancy. So, the first trimester, I had a lot of forgetfulness. And honestly, after that went away, it was just pregnancy brain. Like, I'm forgetting stuff. Like, that's happened. I'm not, I'm having to think really hard about certain things you wouldn't really necessarily have to think hard about. But it was really, really bad in the first trimester. Really, really bad. I mean, you'd be like, did I take a shower yesterday? Or I'm trying to think of something right. Simple stuff that you should be able to remember. You'd be like, what? Walking out the room and being like, dang, what did I come in here for? I don't even know. Oh, I was supposed to pay the rent. Stuff like that. But I feel like I'm rambling. But, huh. I also had a stuffy nose every single time I woke up. It was the worst. Like, I think that might have been the worst symptom for me. No, the sore boobs did it. But after that was the stuffy nose every single time I woke up. I could not breathe through my nose for nothing. Every single morning, every single time I took a nap, whatever, it didn't matter. I cannot breathe through my nose. Yeah. So I already told y'all, fruits, veggies. I was on my health kick. I was on my thing the first trimester. Second trimester, excuse me, I did less walking. I didn't go back once the semester ended for school. So yeah, there's that. I didn't go back because I wanted to focus on my pregnancy, period. And I wanted to rest, and that's my business. And I did bloat. I have some bloating. You're gonna be like, oh, there go that you. I was like, dang, am I having is this my bump? Is this my baby bump? It's bloated. It's bloated. Yeah, I'm bloated. That's all it is. And I got sick twice in my second trimester, and it was rough. It was rough. Not like throw up sick, but like, stuffy nose, running, like I couldn't breathe. Like, this was different from the couldn't breathe when I woke up in the first trimester. This was like can't breathe throughout the day. Wake up, go to sleep, eat, breathe, sleep, all of it. Couldn't breathe. It was so bad. Hot, cold, that kind of stuff. Runny nose. Still was constipated. A little bit more moody. My boobs got bigger. So yeah, although it's not Team 9, we sisters, it's the real. So my legs started to cramp. Not too much, too often. It'll be like a once in a while kind of thing, but it still happened, and it hurts, and it feels like probably a Charlie horse. I never experienced that until pregnancy, so I'm gonna assume that that's a Charlie horse. And by this time, second trimester, I'm feeling the first kicks or swooshes. It's not really like a kick, but it's like a movement. Like, ooh, was that my stomach? Did I not eat? Or is that the baby? It's the baby. And crazy thing about it is, I had eye problems. Nobody told me that. At night, because by the time I was in my second trimester, I was on the road with my head a lot, driving at night, 18-wheeler, whoop. I would have to, well, not have to, but sometimes I would help him back into like a park or something, or whatever he was doing in reverse, and I would look out the window at night, and my eyes is just playing tricks on me. Like, I'm seeing, I don't know what was going on, but I had trouble seeing far away. Like, I had to squint and all that. I don't wear glasses. There's nothing wrong with my eyes, but best believe it was something wrong with my eyes second trimester. So I couldn't really drive at night because it was weird. My belly button popped out. I'm having a hard time breathing now. Emotional as freak. Cramping of my feet at night. It was really bad. Like, I'll be laying on the couch chilling, my feet just get real uncomfortable, crampy, and I'm just like, what in the world? But clothes start getting tighter, that kind of thing. This is when I started disliking Kilo. Those who know who Kilo is my dog. Strong dislike. And that started about the second trimester. What else? Yeah, I went through, like, this is like the phases period. I went through like a pickle phase my second trimester, peanut butter and apple, tuna, pizza. Oh my gosh, pizza was number one. Macaroni, anything with cheese, really. Anything hot. My meals had to be hot. I wasn't really trying to eat nothing cold. Yeah. Oh no, tuna was first trimester, I think. I don't know, I forget. But anyways, the second trimester I had my first what's it called? My first ultrasound I had on December 9th, and it was at this health sexual clinic, whatever. They basically have it here for like, I guess like college students. It's over there by the campus, but they have it for people, you know, check if you're pregnant, woo woo. So I took my first pregnancy test there. Yes, I waited till the second trimester to take a pregnancy test. Yes, that was me. I already knew I was pregnant. I didn't even take a test. My period is very regular. My head actually knew before me, and I just took the word for him. I just took his word for it, and yeah, we took the test because we had to do that in order to do the ultrasound, whatever. And we did the ultrasound. Saw our baby for the first time. She was about I don't even know. I think 18 weeks. I don't know. I don't even try to remember. But then I had my first prenatal appointment. This is not recommended. But I had my first prenatal appointment in January. So I was dang near halfway done with the pregnancy. But I did it, and the Lord had mercy on me, and they didn't trip on me as much. But people will look at you kind of crazy if you coming in to get your first prenatal appointment after, you know, the first 12, 13 weeks. Anyways, so we did our gender reveal December 20th, and that's when we found out. Everybody else found out a little bit after that, and yeah, we waited to tell people. It's completely up to you. Don't make nobody feel like, you know, don't let nobody make you feel like, you know, oh, you're entitled to tell anybody that you're pregnant. You're not entitled to tell nobody you're pregnant. That is you and your husband's business. I'm a strong advocate for that. Take it from me. Yeah, hey, all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. That's a beautiful way to find out. And honestly, if the Lord wants me to have another baby, I would do the gender reveal thing like that. We did it with cannons, I think like confetti cannons, but we already knew what we were having. It was really just for the other people, but I would like to be surprised next time, I think. There she goes. But hold on, y'all. But all praise to the Lord. All praise to the Most High. You know, everything happened for a reason. It was very intimate when me and my head found out. We went to an ultrasound place. We went to an ultrasound place, and yeah, they did a gender reveal for us, and it was so beautiful. They did it with lights, all that. But God. And yeah, so that was the second trimester. Excuse me. And the third trimester. Shalom. No, I just started telling you. You just missed the first and second trimester, but you can go back and watch it later, Lord willing. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. But the third trimester, it was long. When they say that the third trimester, right? The baby trying to talk, y'all. But when they say that the third trimester is the longest trimester, they wasn't lying. They were lying. When you first enter your third trimester, you're like, oh, okay, we got here real quick. Like, well, you know, it's gonna go by like the other. No. The last couple of weeks are so long, just anticipation. And, you know, people gonna tell you, oh yeah, you're at term now at 37 weeks. Woo the whoop. And granted, some people do give birth at 37 weeks. That wasn't my situation. Which is okay, because, you know, the longer they're in there, the more nutrients they're getting from you, you know, the more time to put, for the Most High to put his perfect little touches on it. You know, you gotta be patient. Pregnancy teaches you patience. Motherhood teaches you patience. So it's all good, man. Just gotta be patient. But third trimester, I had heartburn a total of 4 times during my pregnancy. I think once during the second trimester towards the end, and then 3 times in my third trimester. It hurts like no other. It's like an indescribable feeling. Like it's very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. But, you know, praise the Most High, and it'll be gone. You know, they don't really last that long. Get you some Tums, you'll be straight. But yeah, let's see what else. Let me get my notes. Okay. So yeah, I had heartburn around 29 weeks, 35 weeks. Pelvic discomfort. So by the baby's pretty big at this point. Again, she's getting up there. So might have some pelvic discomfort because they're literally right there in the pelvis, especially towards the end when they like drop and stuff like that. But I was anemic in my third trimester, so I was on an iron supplement. I was vitamin D deficient as well because, you know, hey, keepers at home. Hey, I stay at home. I don't work. You know, I'm not at school currently, so I was vitamin D deficient. So I had to take a supplement for that too. And because the baby's gonna take everything from you. Everything. So really, the supplements are for you. For you. Because they're gonna take what they need regardless. Sounds kind of parasitic, but it's a beautiful thing. Hey, all praise the Most High. But I was very hot-natured in my third trimester. Lightheaded. You know, I'm having to take breaks. You know, hey, man, I need a minute. We've been walking for a while. I need a minute. But yeah. Even like regular activities. You know, washing the dishes. I need a break. And that's okay. That's okay. You're having a whole human growing inside of you. It's okay to take breaks. Doing your womanly duties. It's okay to take a break. Sit down, catch your breath, take a water break, get back at it. Nothing wrong with it. Okay. I had my feet start to swell. Yo. For the last, I say, like from 35 weeks pregnant, so like the last month of my pregnancy, feet just swollen. At first it would just be, you know, when I'm riding the truck with my head, and I'm sitting for a long time, or it'll be trying to think, or it'll be like towards the end of the night, or like if I'm sitting on the couch for a while or something like that. But then it started to be throughout the day. So yeah, my feet were swollen for the last month of my pregnancy. It wasn't fun. You know, it doesn't hurt or anything. They're just, you got sausage toes, and you can only probably wear slides, Nike slides. And I was only able to wear Nike slides, and they weren't the cutest, but they were comfortable and they fit, and it was that. So, let me think. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. Stretch marks. So, all praise to the Most High, I did not have stretch marks up until my third trimester. The end of my third trimester. I thought I was out to clear, y'all. I thought I was good. I was like, look at me, I ain't got no stretch marks. All praise to the Most High. My baby doing me good. All praise to the Most High, they're not bad. They're not bad. Just because I've already had stretch marks before she was even in the picture. So I have some on my hips. They got the stretch marks that were already there. They just got dark at the top of them. on my hips. And then when I hit like I think like 32 weeks, I feel like it was later than that, but like 32 weeks, then like below my belly button, like on the sides of them, it was like some like reddish, purplish, but they're not very noticeable. I'll very small time. Anyways, but yeah, but make it a routine. If you care about that stuff, make a routine, but don't stress yourself out about it. I mean, it's a human growing in there, you know. You gotta. I made a big deal out of it because I was just like, dang, like I'm over here, me in my head. Every time we would shower, we would get shea butter and rub it on my belly. He would rub it on my belly. It was the sweetest thing. All praise most high for him. But yeah. So I was like, dang, what the freak, like. So don't get, you know, caught up in okey doke in the little details. It'll be okay. I took my iron supplements once I found out I was anemic, and at 36 weeks, my iron jumped up, all praise most high, to borderline anemic, but better than nothing. And then around 31 weeks, I started getting on my birthing ball. So birthing ball, I'm doing hip circles, little infinities with my hips, and you know, all that good stuff you can look up. But I was doing that, some squats every other day. I'm not gonna sit here and cap like I was over here doing squats every single day. No, that wasn't me. I did them whenever I could, whenever I felt like it. And I did start walking a little bit more, working out whenever I felt like it. And yeah, at this point, I'm loving to eat cereal, tuna. This is where the tuna is. It wasn't the first or the second. It was the third. Burgers, chicken, kale. You know, try to get my iron up because the diet is important. And a lot of Issachar food. Come on. So, that's my pregnancy. I feel like that was very long-winded. Sorry if it was boring. Lord willing, it wasn't. But, hey. So, these are some tips. I'm going to spit out some tips that I feel like helped me. And Lord willing can help sisters who are pregnant or about to go into labor. You know, whatever the case is. Or for the future. So, again, I said this in the beginning. Did I pray to become a mom? Not necessarily. I'll say in the beginning, when me and my head got together, we did want kids. We actually had a miscarriage before we had her. In December. No, it was in January. January 2022, I think. 2022 or 2021. I really honestly can't remember. But yeah. But I prayed. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. How you gonna knock the pacifier out? Anyways. Why would you do that? Okay. But yeah, I didn't necessarily pray to be a mom around this time. After the miscarriage, I just kind of like, if the Lord want me to be pregnant, I'll be pregnant. I'm not gonna stress it out, you know. The marriage bed is undefiled, and if it happens, it happens. It won't be a surprise, that's for sure. But yeah, but that wasn't actively something that I was praying for every single day. Like, oh please, it was kind of like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, hey, the Lord's will be done. Why would you spit it out? Hold on, y'all. But con. So with that being said, definitely pray if that's a desire for you. Definitely pray on that thing. because the Lord, his timing is perfect. Because when I first got pregnant before her, I had the miscarriage. It wasn't the right timing. It just wasn't the right timing. So it wasn't hard for me to get over that, or, you know, obviously, you know, it's depressing to, you know, go through a miscarriage. It's not the happiest thing in the world. So, you know, it's okay. For me, it was okay. Because it was like, it's just not the right timing. I wasn't even with my head at the moment. We were still long distance. You okay? We were still long distance. So it was like, you know, it's not the Lord's timing. That is okay. He knows better than we know. So, come on. Yeah, all praise the Most High. He blessed us in his timing, you know. Obviously, everybody deals with that situation differently. This is by no means a light thing. And, yeah. All praise the Most High, man. All praise the Most High. So that's a testimony, too, you know. If, you know, sisters have had a miscarriage, you know, that's you know, that's just a stepping stone. You know, the Lord has put stories like, you know, the sister Hannah and the book of 1 Samuel. He's put those accounts in there for a reason. He knew that infertility would be a thing amongst our women, and that, you know, women want to be mothers. Virtuous women want to be mothers most of the time. So yeah, meditate upon the scriptures, pray on it. Anything can be overcome by the Lord. The Lord has his timing. If he sees you fit, all praise the Most High. If he doesn't, that's okay too. Enjoy your life. You know, whatever life the Most High has blessed you with, enjoy it. That just comes with being content. But how is it being, how is it balancing being a mom and a dog mom? Okay. Currently, I've only been a mom for a month. So, I feel like I haven't really been balancing anything but being a mom. Because I haven't dealt with my dog since the second trimester, to be honest. So, he's still here. But, it's kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. Because I be forgetting that Kilo is even a thing until, you know, I go out there and I look at him. So, you know, all praise the Most High, you know, my mother-in-law, she'll take him out, feed him, whatever, if my head hasn't done it. So, yeah. I'm still trying to navigate that. Lord willing, I can get a good balance with that. But yeah. 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 I'm still trying to get around to liking Kilo again. It's just, I just don't really like the idea of animals and my baby. It just doesn't feel right. And this is coming from someone who was an animal lover. Pregnancy changes you. It changes you, man. But anyways, back to my tips. And y'all can keep dropping comments. I mean, not comments. Yeah, comments too. But y'all can keep dropping questions. This is why I went live, so y'all can ask questions. And I can answer them, Lord willing, to the best of my ability. Based on my experience, of course. But praying always for you and your baby's health. I mean, every single day. Do not miss a day, Lord willing. That's 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Pray without ceasing. And pray that the Most High keeps his mighty hand of protection over your womb and your baby. And all praise to the Most High. I think around my second trimester, the mighty sister Lily, she hosted a prayer vision board party, and I participated. I'm glad I did. And I was able to write out, you know, what I envisioned for, you know, this upcoming year. And I put healthy pregnancy. I put some precepts on there that I wanted to meditate on for pregnancy, for my life. You know, I was very, very nervous, and, you know, I wouldn't say nervous, but I was very, like, obsessive about how labor was going to be, you know, the pain, all that, because I wanted to do it natural. So I put, you know, healthy pregnancy on there. I put push the baby out with no meds and without tearing. I didn't tear either. All praise to the Most High. I put get my vitamin D levels up, my iron levels up. Both of those came up. All praise to the Most High. Shalom. And what else did I put on there? At the time, I had just got with my midwives, and they were telling me, you know, it's gonna be $5,000 for the birth, you know, all that good stuff. And I was just, because I didn't have the insurance that they took, so, you know, I went through the whole thing. You know, I was praying that the Lord would make a way and that we'll be able to save enough for the birth, because we had to have it by, I think, like 35 weeks or something like that. So I was praying on that. I put it on my prayer vision board too. And I put some other stuff on there, not related to pregnancy, but yeah, obtaining a peace of mind. Put that on there. And all those things came true. And it's just a beautiful thing. So I definitely recommend that to sisters. If you don't have one already, do a prayer vision board. Whether you want to do it specifically for pregnancy, whether you want to do it for the whole year, life, whatever. You can put whatever you want on it. But I highly recommend that, and put it somewhere where you can see it. It's right there by my refrigerator in our house. So I see it every time I go to the fridge. And it was just a blessing just being able to cross things off. And, well, not cross things off, but I would put the Lord worked it out. And I would put an arrow to what the Lord worked out. And it was so, it's just a different feeling. Like, all praise to the Most High. It just makes you think, the Lord has so much mercy on me. The Lord has so much mercy on me. I put on there vitamin D levels, iron levels went up. All praise to the Most High. The Lord worked it out. You know, I pushed the baby out. No medication. Natural. No tearing. All praise to the Most High. The Lord worked it out. Saving for the baby's birth. I applied for Medicaid. I got accepted. I didn't have to pay a dime. A penny. I didn't have to pay a penny out of pocket. All praises to the Most High. He worked it out. So the Lord can do anything. Anything. He can do anything. You just got to believe, man. You got to believe. You got to do the work. You know, do your part. Pray. Have faith. Do your part, man. Because the Lord, he going to do his part. Better believe it. But, come on. How was the aftercare for your body after giving birth? It wasn't, because I'm still in the recovery process. So, it was rough, but it was smooth at the same time. Because it's like, I'll say like the first week and a half, you can be like, okay, I'm chilling. I don't really feel like doing anything anyway. You know, I'm trying to learn my baby, you know. But wait, I'm sorry. I just realized that's not really what you're asking. You're asking how was the aftercare for my body. So, the first week and a half, you know, I'm just kind of like walking slow, you know, taking my time, you know, because everything is still sore down there. Like, you know, I didn't even do a number 2 until like the 5th day or 4th day after birth. And, you know, it's just not because I didn't want to. It's just, you know, just wasn't coming. But, you know, that's not something that you want to push or strain any either. So, anyways. But yeah, the bleeding, you know, it's about like a regular period for most people. You know, if you have, another reason why they want you to take, you know, iron supplements while you're pregnant is so you're not bleeding heavily after you have the baby, because you don't want to lose too much blood. But, you know, the bleeding is about like a regular period, or like a little heavier than a regular period. And my bleeding just stopped. It stopped around like 2 weeks, around like a little bit after the 2-week mark. But don't be like me, y'all. Don't be like me. As soon as I saw that the blood, you know, was done, you know, I'm doing stuff. I'm doing more than I should be doing. So the bleeding came back. So definitely just take y'all's time with recovery and realize that you just gave birth. You need to sit your fill in the blank down. Just sit down. Especially if you have help, sit down. Please. So you can be able to, you know, get back to your regular self in due time. That's something I'm still learning. But other than that, it was smooth. I didn't have to do any of that. You know, I'm sure y'all seen the videos with the witch hazel and the patsicle stuff. No, you don't even need that. Literally, all I needed was the Depends adult diapers. Yes, they're very comfortable for that time of your life. Yeah, you wear the diapers, you go about your business, take care of your baby, and yeah. So I did that. I used like a cooling pad that came with this little labor postpartum kit, probably like once or twice. The cooling sensation is okay for a while, and then it's like, okay, you know, it's not really that deep. But everybody's situation is different. I think if you tore at all, that would probably be very helpful, very comforting. And yeah, if you have hemorrhoids, then the witch hazel, yeah, my praise most high. But all that other stuff, you know, definitely, you know, have it just in case. Or at least, you know, if you want to wait till after to see if you tear or not, you know, whatever. Have somebody send somebody out to go get it for you. But for me, all I really wanted / needed was the adult diapers. Just like a regular period. Just, yeah. So, hold on, y'all. But, Slakia, let me read this. Khan is right. Even though you didn't tear, how was the pain scale 1 to 10? I would say the pain, I think I told somebody it was like a 7. Like a 7, I think. But I feel like that's even on a higher scale too. And mind you, I have a low tolerance for pain. So that might be a dramatic score for some people. I don't know. But for me, it was a 7. It was, the best way I can compare it to is a period cramp that doesn't end. It just doesn't end. You know, at the beginning, you know, you will get breaks. It'll be like a, oh, and then it'll be away for like a couple hours. It'll be like that. But then once it gets time to, it's getting ready, time to push, there's no break. There's no break. It's just, yeah. So, but I got y'all with all that too. Lord willing, if this runs a little longer, because I do have to get my head from work. If it does run a little longer, I will do a part 2. But let me get back to this. Yeah, I gotta go get him in a minute, but Khan Shalom. Okay. Pray before every prenatal appointment. Eat well, but don't stress yourself out, because I mean, I just read y'all my pregnancy, and y'all can see that I was not eating healthy. I don't recommend doing what I do, but do not kill yourself trying to eat well, starving yourself, eating like a bird. I don't recommend that. You know, the baby will get what they need from you. You know, definitely incorporate. I made it a thing to make sure to eat at least one fruit / veggie a day. You can at least do that. You know, amidst the cravings and all that. I'm wondering about birth and pain because I'm expecting my second child and I will not be getting epidural this time. I'm really curious on how birth is going to go this time around. Come on. Well, congratulations. 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 I would say that prayer most definitely is what you got to do up until it's time to be in labor. And definitely if you can be around some water. If you gotta jump in the tub for a couple minutes while you're contracting, I would do that. If you're, because you gotta tell me if you're planning on doing this in a hospital or you're trying to do this naturally. But either way it goes, there's ways to, you know, maneuver around the hospital too. Movement is so important. I can't even stress that enough. Moving, I mean, in my experience, I don't even see how anybody can just sit there stationary in one spot for all them hours. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, when I was in labor, I couldn't lay down. They told me to rest. For some reason, they tell you to rest, and that's just absolutely impossible. But, yeah. So I went from, you know, being in the bed, you know, having my butt in the air, on my knees, you know, swaying back and forth. Got up when my husband was here, swaying, like slow dancing. Make sure your arms are up because that helps the baby descend too. Like, kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but slow dancing. But yeah, put your arms around his neck. That's how I do it. Put your arms around his neck and sway. Put your head down. You know, sway. Do that. And then, what else did I do? I got in the water. I got in the tub. I had my husband pour me some bath water, and I sat in there. It didn't last very long because I was ready to get up. And yeah. So what else did I do? Back massages. So applying a lot of pressure to like a little bit above your butt, right there, lower back. So helpful. And to breathe. I really said that. That's like number 2. That's number 1 after praying, of course. Praying, breathing, and movement. If you don't take nothing else from this, prayer, breathing, movement. Because moving will distract you from the intensity, and breathing will take your mind off. You know, you can't fight against it. You can't fight against the contractions. You have to let it happen because they're gonna happen. There's no need to fight against it because it's gonna happen. So you gotta breathe through it. If you focus on the breathing, you're not gonna be thinking about the pain. The brain can only focus on so many things at one time. So if you're focusing on breathing, you're like, okay, I gotta count 4 times in my head, then I gotta breathe out 6 times. You're gonna be focused on that. You're not gonna be focused on, oh my gosh, I'm in pain, whatever. You're not gonna be thinking about that. And if you forget to breathe and you kind of feeling like you're getting hysterical, have somebody else breathing. Have somebody else count while you breathe, or breathe with you. Be like 1, 2, 3. Babe, please. That was me. Babe, please breathe with me, please. Moan, groan. Just make sure you're not screaming and, you know, not tensing your shoulders up. That's another thing. I made sure to act like a dead weight. Completely relax your body. No matter how bad you want to tense up, don't do it because it'll make it worse. Make sure your face is relaxed, shoulders relaxed, all that. And yeah, but first she had epidural, but it was failed, so you got everything. Yeah, you don't have to do it with epidural if you don't want to. It's very, very possible. That's something that we don't really see. in our community. We don't see like a lot of YouTube videos. We see the Edomites. They have a million videos. They get into this stuff. But a lot of the times our people, we don't take that time to do the education, to research, or to see that there's another way than just going to the hospital, because the hospitals, they can be wicked. This is proven time and time again. If that's the right Jews, of course, you know, all praise on the side, that's you, your husband's business, and Most High business. So, yeah, but it's definitely doable. I'm gonna do some more tips for labor as well. But concepts, you can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I say that way. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something little about me. This right here is my only tattoo. My first and my only tattoo. And it hurt. You see, it looked like a little cut. It's a 7. It's a little... I acted like a straight baby getting this. I don't do needles. I don't deal with pain well at all. So take it from me, you can do it. It really was not bad like people say it is. But so you can definitely do it natural, sis. You can definitely do it natural. No, I didn't cry at all during my labor. Yeah, I didn't cry at all on Christmas side. I did a lot of moaning and groaning though, I'm not gonna lie. That was me. That was me. So no, it's not a weird question at all. Some people do cry, but it's not really like a pain, like, oh, I wanna cry. It's like, oh, like, oh my gosh, like, oh my god. Kinda like that. But I gotta get ready to get my head. I might stay on the phone with y'all. I'm on the phone. I might stay on here with y'all and talk to y'all while I get ready and while I get in the car. But once I get in the car on my head, I'm gonna stop it and do another live. Lord willing. Yeah, I hate needles too. So epidural was a no-go for me. Like, I gotta do this. I got to do this. And was I able to move? Yes, I was able to move around. I couldn't be in the bed. I don't see how people do that. Yeah. I don't see how people do that, mommy. But yeah. I was able to move around. I went with a birthing center, so I was able to. Oh, you kid. I was able to move around because I didn't make it to the birthing center until 40 minutes before my daughter was born. So I was at home laboring. So I was moving. I went into labor around 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, me and my head did a belly casting over my belly. On Christmas, how we did it because we wouldn't have a belly casting if we waited any longer than that. And what else? So yeah, started feeling like, am I in labor? Around 9 p.m. Found out very quickly that I was in labor. And then around midnight, I called my midwife and told her, well, I asked her, I was like, I think I'm in labor, you know. Yeah, I'm supposed to call y'all when it's regular, right? And she was like, yeah, you probably had a baby 8 in the morning. Boom. So, I labor a little bit more. And, my head comes home at 1 from work. He got off work at 1. So he reads precepts to me. He reads precepts to me, and what else? And so like, yo, I'm trying to multitask. He reads precepts to me. He rubs my back. We do the slow dancing. We get in the tub, throwing water on my belly. You know, I'm sitting on the toilet. The toilet is a great place to dilate as well when you're in labor. If you can, sit on there for as long as you can, because it will help your labor go fast. I was in labor for a total of 7, you know, probably like 10-ish hours. So it was a relatively fast labor for for it being my first time. Second, third, and so on tend to be longer labors. So all praise to the Most High, I was able to not be in labor for 1,000,000 hours like most people typically do. But that comes with movement. I'm convinced that comes with movement. And let me see. Oh yeah, happy tears, man. And the people say hi. Sister Jada says hi, Jubilee. Belly casting is basically where you put plaster. You can get it from literally Marshalls. I can Lord willing send you a picture of it. But it's plaster. It's this little white something that you put in water. You cut it, you put it in water, and it's like a clayish kind of thing. And you put it on your belly, and it gets hard. It gets hard, and then yeah, you have a belly cast. And you know, you sit there 20 minutes, it dries, you take it off your belly, and boom, you got a little sculpture of what your belly looks like. Really beautiful, really nice. You can paint it, that good stuff. But come on. So I'm gonna have to go. I thought I was gonna be able to do that, but gotta tend to the baby, mom things. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on here. Y'all get me to like 7-ish, or maybe when the Shabbat starts. But Lord willing, this was helpful. I love y'all, and shalom.